Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Sounds like audio's okay as far as I can tell. Okay, everything is go. Hey everybody, Being Destiny here, or rather, as I want to go by my in-game name whenever I do a stream in this game, name's Lionheart. Nice to meet you, everyone. As you can see here, we're in my house, and well, honestly, it's really kind of boring. I really do not know why GGO always has to have these cramped spaces, but whatever. Oh, and here's my artificer over here, Weiss. Yes, I named her Weiss. She was one of my favorite characters in Ruby until the whole series basically went to a dumpster fire. Anyway, let's talk with her, see where she's... Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, Weiss, but I'm kind of already max leveled. Oh. Yeah, for those of you that watch the SAO anime, you already know what this is about, so I'm not even going to go into it. Needless to say, it was actually the best part about Season 2, but that's, neither here nor there. Anyways. No, I'm not friends with Death Gun. Especially not after what him and his buddy tried to do in the anime. False hero, I will have you know that I cleared Bullet of Bullet's Grandmaster the other day, you dip. No, actually my luck stat is not that high. It's... If anything, my biggest stat is my AGI and my, Okay, never mind. That statement was basically what got... That statement was what got Zexseed killed in the anime anyways. But then again, that's just because the real culprit, honestly, he was a bit of a lost cause. Yeah. Defeat the enemies in the dungeon beneath the SBC Glocken. Okay, that's my next quest. Oh. If I remember correctly about this mission, I'll be honest, I think I got locked into one of the two bad endings in this game. Yeah, as far as how you get the true ending in this game, it is incredibly stupid how Dimps basically set it up. Basically, it goes like this. If you want to get into the final quest of the game, aptly named Fatal Bullet, what you have to do is you have to have friendship maxed out pretty much with the following characters. Your Arphasis, the... One of the two newcomers in this game, who never was in the anime, so she's an original character for this game. He's also an original character, and he becomes important later on for reasons you'll probably see. I don't remember if I have to max him out, but I don't think it's that much of an issue. Wait, what?! Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, I'm still broadcasting. That is so weird. I am used to streaming on the PS4 and having the overlay on the side. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. That is. That is so weird. I don't see my overlay. Hold on a second. I gotta look up how to fix this. Okay, let's see. PS5 stream chat overlay. PSM stream chat overlay YouTube. Let's see what that gets me. Actually, no. That was a let's see, YouTube chat. Let's try YouTube chat overlay. Actually, YouTube chat window. PS5 stream. Excuse me 1 second. And we're back. I'm still checking how to set this up, by the way. Are you serious? Can I honestly not see? Can I honestly not see my own chat window as I'm streaming? See my own chat window as I'm streaming? Let me turn this down right quick. So apparently I am going to have to look at my chat through my phone. Oh well. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. So if somebody pops in the stream, I'll see it on my screen. But anyways. So continue on with what I was saying, yeah. Basically, what you want to do is, you basically want to get up to Affinity Rank 4 100%. You basically want to get every one of the... Predictably, you want to get every one of the main SAO cast. Namely the ones that was in the anime, anyways. Because I think the only characters that don't affect the true ending is... Let's see. I know Yuki and Argo I don't think affect the true ending. Let's see. None of the Gun Gale alternative characters affect the ending either. Premier doesn't affect it. Neither do the characters in the previous SAO games. Livre obviously doesn't affect the ending because she's actually got her own storyline with one of the DLCs. So, yeah. Oh, and Sachi, she really doesn't affect the ending because, truthfully, she ain't even supposed to be here. But anyways, yeah, for lack of a better term, basically you want to get all of the... You want to get all of the SAO characters... You want to get all of the SAO anime characters up to 100% affinity, along with the GGO newcomers. Not the ones from Alternative again. And I will say, for eagle-eyed viewers that might notice, there's a certain person missing from my friends list. Yeah, like I said, I think I essentially got the bad ending. I am actually going to try to get the good ending on this stream, but it might take a little while considering how affinity is even increased in the first place. That being said, there's actually a secret dungeon here that we can go to, but I want to have a decently strong party. And for story reasons, I can't invite these two, so that's not going to be any good. So at the moment, all I want to be able to do is get affinity up for characters. That said, I'm taking my Arphasis, because I actually made her recently... well, not recently. That was the wrong choice of words. Take two on that one. I basically made her a little bit more useful. Gave her the weapons, the SVB Rapier, and the Bayonet Snatch 3. I don't know if that's how you say it. Yeah, she's mostly a supporter. Let's see, as far as who I plan on taking... Well, I'm taking her, obviously. Yeah... As far as one other character I wanted to take, and you're looking at her right now, I can't take her right now because she's basically involved with the whole Phantom Bullet arc. But I don't need to anyways, because, well, she's maxed out on her affinity. That being said, though, there are other characters I can take, and you're not fully maxed out, so I'm taking you, Asuna. It always helps to have a healer after all. Even though I technically already have one, but still... Like, Asuna is basically considered the best healer in the game for obvious reasons. Which, a little bit of a fun fact, I still say that's weird considering how she functioned in Aincrad. But I guess the games had to make her a healer. Or they had to make somebody a healer. Because obviously, Asuda's a sniper. Leafa's basically Kirito light. In terms of what she can do. Liz is obviously... Well, she's always been the item user of the team. Like, I don't really know what her fighting style basically is in the world of SAO as a whole. All I just know is she's basically your friendly shopkeep, that may or may not try to fleece you. Let's see. Okay, Silica, I do want to take you because I think you're one of the characters I have to get up for the true ending. So, yeah. So as far as how the characters are in terms of their fighting gear, honestly, Asuna is a bit of a typical character because she's also got the rapier. Like, basically, you just want to stay relatively close to her and you'll be fine in a pinch if you need to be healed. As far as Silica, well, she's a very short-ranged person, but she's good on her mobility, as her stats obviously show. With the funny thing is, Asuna's actually not that bad for speed either, but she's more of a tanky build, as you can see here, because she doesn't have as much dexterity, which... Well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get in some gameplay while I explain how things work for newcomers. So, this is basically how this game works. You have several stats, and a lot of them kind of do what you'd think, but others need to be explained a bit more. So, strength is just basically a raw stat. You know, the stronger you are, the more heavier weapons you can carry. Pretty simple stuff, really. Oh, wait, I don't think it's up there. I think I have to go under? Is it under that I have to go? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. It's been a while since I went to this area, so that's definitely a little interesting right off the gate. No, I'm not supposed to go here. No, it's not there either. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm running around like an idiot. It's honestly been a long while since I... Okay, here we go. So I just have to go... Okay, I have to go down here. So this is the area that unlocks once you get to this part of the game. Make or break, or as the other quest name will be, Fatal Bullet. So, let's go ahead and get started. I will say this, though. I'm not a real big fan of the music in this game. Anyways, let me go ahead and throw up some buffs. Anti-ailment, HP up. Okay, let's see, let me... Actually, let me go ahead and turn some of the sounds down for this game. For this reason, you might want to turn your volume up so you won't... There we go. Okay, there you go. Hopefully you should be able to hear me a hell of a lot better now. So, this is pretty much how it works. Obviously, every character has stats. And how the stats work is like this. Strength is basically, like I said, a raw stat. The higher it is, the heavier guns you can carry, and so on and so forth. Vitality is basically how high your HP is. Mine is moderately low, but it's for a specific reason. Namely because it's part of the build that I'm going for. Let's see. Intelligence, basically, the higher it is, well, I know somebody's going to make a joke, the smarter you are. But at the same time, the higher your intelligence is, the better your... Basically, the better your item usage will be, as well as... Actually, hold on. Actually, hold on. I gotta go. I gotta go outside of the. I gotta go outside of the dungeon for this, so I can explain a little better. I promise I'll get to some actual gameplay soon. This is a bit of a long intro, and no, this isn't a Let's Play. This is just some normal gameplay that I'm doing. Okay, so as far as how stats work, yeah, it says here what strength does, but I've already explained that. Vitality, blah blah blah. Oh, don't pay too much attention to that whole defense and resistance to status ailments part, because if I'm being honest, if you have the gadget anti-ailment up, you honestly will be just fine. Like, you won't get poisoned, suppressed, or even burned as much. I mean, you may still have to worry about being stunned, but that can be mitigated with some proper accessories. As far as intelligence, yeah, basically says here, affects skill and gadget effects, recharge times, as well as status ailment attacks. Basically, the higher it is, the better your gadgets, and, well, the more effective your status ailment attacks will be. AGI is basically agility. I don't have to get too much into how that's helpful. Just keep in mind, you do want to have it maxed out also because it does give a decent buff to your defense. As far as dexterity, if you're going to use a rapid-fire weapon, you want to use this, because it affects weapon handling, and on top of that, it even helps somewhat in boosting your gun damage as well. And as far as luck, you could probably leave this relatively low, because if I'm being honest, the drop rates in this game are honestly crap anyways. But yeah, I'd say probably for using certain skills in the game, ideally you want to have a luck stat of at least 70. But yeah, this is pretty much my whole build. Because as far as the skills that I prefer to use, well, you see every weapon type, you can equip different skills, and these are skills I actually have for my assault rifle. Conceal's really good because it hides you from enemies in general. And the funny thing is, the way how Dimp set this game up is sometimes even in the heat of battle, enemies won't aggro onto you as much if you're concealed. So keep that in mind. Then you've got Shield Matrix, which is a really useful ability because you basically become invincible while you hold that guard down. And at higher levels, you even recover HP, and you can also create an explosion to damage nearby enemies. Stun bullets, as I prefer to call these things, they pretty much do what they do. Higher levels, they become more effective, that sort of thing. Trust me on what I'm about to say, stun bullets are going to be your best friend in this game. Just trust me on that. They really are. As far as my other two abilities, I have Power Field and Guard Field. The thing is, they kind of do what you would expect them to do. Boost your attack and defense respectively. But it does it in the form of a field that your teammates can pass through also, so it's pretty much good for both single and multiplayer. As far as my gadget set, like I said, I've got First Aid on and Anti-Ailment on. It basically... Anti-Ailment helps boost resistance to status ailments. Stun traps are also good because, well, they're basically stun traps. And I will admit, a gadget that I've been sleeping on until as of lately was the Flashbang. Basically, I'm going to put it to you like this. Do not try to use this against super large bosses like the Ereshkigal Queen, the Cositus Nifta, or even the big things that for all intents and purposes might as well be mobile suits. Or the Behemoth, for that matter. But any other normal enemy, chuck this bad boy in it, and they'll become staggered. Although in the cases of some weaker enemies, they'll just outright become stunned also. As far as how that effective that is, well, I'm going to finally get into the gameplay. After all, that's what y'all came here for. Now that thing that you see popping up at the top of the screen, that's basically a medal. Basically, you can't do anything with your own medals that you generate, but if you generate a medal for somebody else, they can basically give you a thumbs up, and every time a thumbs up happens, well, you basically increase a little gauge that you can see in the weapon window that I have. That's basically known as a weapon art, and different weapon arts do different things. In the case of weapons that I have, for the weapon that I have, basically, if I use the assault rifle arts, I basically can shoot fire bullets for a limited time. And if I use a pistol art, well, I basically get the greatest effect in the game in the form of quick recharge. Basically, it takes all of your abilities out of cooldown instantly, and it gives them a really fast recharge time. Anyway, let's go ahead and get going. And obviously, because it's a shooter game, I'm not even going to explain what you can do, because it's a shooter game. You should know how they work by now. I do apologize for that. It's been a bit of a long day. Oh, if you're wondering why my gun's red or slightly pink, it's just because of my other character. I wanted to transfer a strong weapon, so I did. Now, for something that just happened on this screen, because you might have noticed... actually, I can demonstrate to you right now. Okay, maybe I can't. Let's see. Now, you see, what just happened is I basically reloaded my gun without actually having to press the trigger, so to speak, because there's some chips that you can get on your guns. Again, I apologize. It's been a really long day. Like, I do apologize for the yawning. But yeah, as you saw, when you have certain chips on your weapons, you can basically have them auto-reload without you needing to press the reload button, which is very useful for rapid-fire weapons. Not so much for stuff like if you decide to use Xenon's rifle, namely the AMR Tiamat. Oh. Actually, I almost forgot about this place. This is actually a pretty good place, by the way. Like, regarding that ending I was telling you about how you raise affinity. So, this is pretty much how affinity is raised in this game. You can raise it through typical methods, namely killing enemies. Killing unique enemies and getting bigger bounties give you a bigger bonus, obviously. But there is one other way that you can get your allies up, though it is admittedly a bit morbid when you think about it. Basically, you can increase affinity with your allies if they die and you revive them. And that room back there is actually good for that sort of thing, because you can just basically order your teammates to stand still and, well, let the big cannon blast them. That being said, I would recommend that if you're going to raise affinity that way, again, I honestly should try to get a good nap in later, so I don't yawn as much. Because that doesn't make for exciting commentary. That really doesn't. But yeah, if you really want to go that route, you can basically revive your allies if they keep getting downed. And that actually raises their affinity really quick. That being said, though, the reason why I said that this specific spot is good for doing it is because Well, there's actually a waypoint here. As a matter of fact, I'll even demonstrate this. Because see, basically what you want to do is you want to come in here and order them just to stand by. And what that does is, well, they won't move. But preferably... I will say for obvious reasons, you basically want... I will say for obvious reasons, you kind of want to do this before your party members get buffed. So that's kind of another reason why this waypoint is actually pretty good for where it is. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. Hold on. I actually used to do this fairly well. Okay, so that's basically what you want to do. Like, they'll still do buffs and everything, but basically, you want them all in here. I want to take care of those enemies up there. Actually, they're not... Yeah, I'm just going to say this. This is going to take a little bit because Silica unfortunately got her buff off. Like, admittedly, I'm going to say Silica might have been the worst character to try to demonstrate this with, but I will say, let's see, okay. So the thing of it is, she's at 51% affinity level 2 right now. Ow. I let myself get hit by mistake. And the thing's going to aggro on me now for whatever reason. Yeah, unfortunately, they are way too close. They are way too close. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can reposition them. Okay. There we go. Okay, they're all positioned. Yeah, like I said, this is going to take... Okay, I think her HP finally wore off, so I'll be able to demonstrate it with Silica, at least. Though with Silica, since she is tanky, it might take a while, though. And the thing that makes it worse is, if for whatever reason that thing aggroes onto me, they're basically not going to get attacked. Actually, that's also a good segue into what can occasionally appear on you whenever you're fighting enemies, even though you've probably seen it a few times. Bullet lines. Bullet lines, basically, they're kind of like those red markers in the Time Crisis arcade series that basically warn you, incoming shot, you better take cover. Yeah. Needless to say, this method does take a while, as you can see why. Like, it's funny, this is one of those times that I actually wish HP regen would... Okay, there we go. Okay, so they should start taking hits now. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, I just have to... Yeah, for all intents and purposes, I just have to make sure I always stay hidden. Namely by the skill. And while this is happening, this is also a good thing to tell you about the different weapon types that's in the game. Like, I can actually do this while that cannon's firing in the background. So the thing of it is, handguns are basically going to be good mostly for support skills, because they're relatively short range. Shotguns are actually my favorite type of weapon in shooting games, but in this game, shotguns don't really feel that useful. Not for taking out some of the more spongier bosses. Like in this game, it feels like automatic weapons are the way to go. And in that vein, you're mainly going to be using either SMGs or assault rifles for damage. As far as snipers, well, wait, what the? Did it stop? Are you glitched, buddy? Gargan, are you glitched there, buddy? They're right in front of you. You can aim and fire. Seriously, they are right in front of you. You can fire. Wait a second. Because they are in aggro range. You gotta be kidding me. Is this thing basically trying to aggro on me, but it can't because I'm hidden? Well, they'll still stay there, so... Are you serious? How are you not firing yet? They are right in front of you! Yeah, of course. That's the only thing with this method, is sometimes that gun doesn't act like it wants to fire. Hey! Oh, actually, this is a good time that I can demonstrate those pistol arts. Pistol arts up. Ha ha! I have shield matrix, you stupid glitch gun. Okay, Asuna is literally the worst. Well, actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I can demonstrate it with her. Let's see. Asuna. Okay, 97. Okay, so check this out. Once I get her up. See, there you have it. Bit of a morbid way to do it, but that's how you can raise affinity with your allies in this game. You can let them die and keep bringing them back over and over again. And by the way, as a Neptunia fan, this just reminds me of that quote from Neptunia Victory that one of my favorite characters says, Iris Heart. She basically is all like, first I hurt you, then I heal you, then I hurt you again. That's how this works, isn't it? Yeah, she's a bit of a sadist, but... Yeah, the fantastic world of Dimps Gun Gale Online, where you let your allies die because they're basically too incompetent to program in a good method to build a reputation. Yeah, I don't get it either, but it's realistically only the first part. It's realistically only the first part of that cannon shot that actually hurts you. So if you block that part of it, you're basically unharmed. Like, look at that. Beam going right through my head. Or rather, I think it's just you basically have to block it once the target circle appears. Which, now that I think about it, that makes things more like Crisis, Time Crisis. Whatever. Whatever, I'll tank hits. Like that. Is this still... Are you kidding me? You're still aggroed on me and I hid myself. Okay, let's see. Master, do you enjoy spending time with me? Because I certainly enjoy spending time with you. Yeah, considering what I just did to you, not a good choice of words. Oh. And once again, the gun's trying to aggro on me. Hey. Fire more! Fire more! Are you on a fire again? Seriously, are you on a fire again? Okay. Ow. Yeah, I would say for faster results, it may be better just to bring only one party member. But anyways, I'm going to stop monkeying around and just get back to normal gameplay. That said, because you're such a piece of junk, get junked. That's for not aiming right. Seriously, they were right in front of you and you couldn't even do your job right, you stupid gun. Oh, and as you can see on the screen, sometimes you can even get bullets for defeating enemies. Ow. Oh, and I cleared an enemy quest. Oh yeah, you can shoot barrels like these. They don't do that much damage, but it's still there if you want to shoot them. Classic thing in games. Shoot the exploding barrel, hurt the enemies. Oh, that's actually right. I forgot to demonstrate what I was talking about. So yeah, chuck a flashbang. Yeah, look at that. Both of them went down in one blow. Here, have another grenade. Ah, that one went in the pit. Well, Well, that one just went on the lower level. That wasn't a good, that was not a good throw. And in case you're wondering, you can't throw grenades when you're in the air. Here, have another grenade. That was not a good throw either. Okay, maybe if I... There we go. Now that was a good throw. Alright, so let's keep going. Anyways, to demonstrate some of my other skills. Let's see, I already demonstrated how effective hiding basically is. Let me show off a stun bullet. See this enemy right here? 1, 2, 3. And like that, he's stunned. Yeah, I don't need to tell you why stun bullets are effective, as you just see. As you can see. At any rate, continuing on forward. So for the most part in GGO, you're going to be clearing dungeons and getting stronger guns. Relatively simple fare. And as you can see, you have like a wide variety of enemies. Like you've got stuff like, you've got floating drones, you've got these attack turrets, you've got automatons, which they're just mindless grunts. They're the Goombas of this game. That's the best way I can put it. They're the Goombas of this game. And as you can see, the reason why I'm aiming at the back of the guns, every enemy has a weak spot. For the automatons, it's kind of obvious where their weak spot is. Needless to say, always go for headshots for them. Same goes for the facsimile type enemies. Now this enemy, this is one of those mobile suit like enemies I was telling you about. The Earthshaker. His weak spot is that core that's on his back. The thing is, stun bullets can also work against unique enemies, but they take a little longer to work. Like, watch. I think this shot should do it. There we go. And it's down. And that completes the quest. So the thing is, we could keep going. However, I don't want to move forward just yet because there was that door that was back there. Like, the SBC Underground is a rather short area. Huh. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to come back there just yet. Also, treasure chest, so that's cool. No, I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, I think that's just an area I can't get to just yet. But it matters not. I completed the mission, so back to the Glocken. And the thing is, every time you clear a dungeon, or just finish, or rather every time you return home, well, as you can see, you get a bounty. For enemies defeated, unique enemies defeated, aka bosses, marks defeated, which is just quest-related enemies. Then you've got, like, most of the bounty you're going to get in this game are basically going to come from weapons, weapons and accessories and materials acquired. Like, it also goes true for enemies as well. But I feel like you really only make a good portion of the bounty in multiplayer for defeating certain bosses. So, there's that. Anyway, let's go see what Weiss wants. Okay, so this is actually one thing I do like that Dimps did think ahead to plan. Basically, I give you a little warning here. If you progress further, you will not be able to solve the mystery of Death Gun that Kirito is after. If you would like to solve this mystery, please progress in Kirito mode. Basically, the game's warning you, if you go past this point, you're not going to be able to participate in the events of Fatal Bullet, which, honestly, I'll just be straight up. The only thing it gives you is the ability to use swords and guns. In other words, basically, it lets you be a bit more like Kirito. So, I would say only go through that story mode if that appeals to you. Otherwise, I'd say just basically watch that anime to figure out how the whole thing about the Phantom Bullet arc goes down. Now, the thing of it is, because I got locked in the bad ending, unfortunately, I have to make a choice here. It says, let me think about it a little more. I will fight to protect Kuriha. I will fight to protect Zeliska. Now, the thing of it is, unfortunately, what I wanted to do is, I felt like I wanted to increase affinity with everybody more. The only unfortunate part is, to get the good ending, like I said, I have to do it with the GGO newcomers, and that basically involves the other girl that was just mentioned in the message, Kuriha. Because I'm locked in the bad ending, I basically have to make a choice. And I will make that choice in a little bit. I will be right back. So until then, I guess until then, well, enjoy the view of the SBC Glocken. And there it is in all of its splendor, so yeah. Anyways, I will be back after a nice refreshing pause.
ですが。ですが。ですが。ですが。ですが。ですが。ですが。ですが。ですが。 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 ですが。ですが。
And we are back. Sorry about that refreshing pause I took, although it was more than just a pause. So, like I was saying, ideally I did want to get the good ending, but because I can't, I'm going to have to choose between Kuriha and Zeliska to protect. And if I'm being a bit honest, I think I know which one I want to protect. Because I'll be blunt, she's been annoying this whole game. Oh, wait. Wrong room. Yeah. Anyways.
本当にデスガンと戦うつもりなのですか？
I will fight to protect Zeliska. Sorry, Kuriha, but you were really annoying.
マスターが守るべきだと思っている相手はゼリスカなのですね。
Plus, if I'm being honest, there's a obvious reason why I want to protect her, because I'll be blunt, I hope something like this never happens in actual... Like, I hope something like this never happens when it comes to actual gaming, but if it does, I kind of want to protect the person, well, if I'm being honest, responsible for actually maintaining order.
わかりました。
Yeah, there's the gear that started everything in the SAO universe.
Master, ここはどこなのでしょう。私は数秒前までマスターのホームで。ちょっと、なんであんたがこんなとこにいるのよ。
Yeah, blah blah blah.
言ってないわよ。ログアウトならできないわよ。セリスカ、まさかあなたたちお久しぶりですわ。ええ。で、それよりあなた
デスガンからの脅迫。
少しおは。私はデスガンだから返り討ち OK したら。
僕も。
では。本気。とにかく
死ぬかもしれないよ。
覚悟の上よ。そうね。悲しんでくれる人はいるかもしれない。でも私が突然死んでも困る人はきっといない。
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do not know why Dimps tried to make this scene feel like it would tug at the players' hearts. Because if we're being perfectly honest, you guys would make the same choice I made too. Seriously, Kuriha is really that annoying. Plus, I'm not going to lie, she made the cardinal sin of running from a group when they had a good thing going. Isn't that right, Morgana from Persona 5? And yes, I know what I just said, so I'm going to say it again. She's basically the Morgana of this game. And people wonder why I like Teddy better.
私はね、デスガンを捕まえればリアだから、奴の相手を譲る気はない。
No, Unfortunately, because this game was written after the whole Phantom Bullet arc, yeah, it's just she would like even if she was to fight him, she would essentially die for nothing.
なるほど。
違うわよ。あんたを守るとかそういうんじゃないから。なんで私はいい人じゃないから。みんなはどこかに隠れて。私が戦って隙を作る。皆さん、命がこの場にいる全員が。ええ、家に送られてナーブギアが盗まれたって。
おそらくその盗まれたな。
どうやって住所を調べられた？
僕もそうだ。つまりみんなデスガンの誘いに。
罠でも何でもいいわ。ザスカーの一社員として。
And there it is. Zeliska, at least in this game, is an employee of the group that's responsible for the creation of Gale Online.
ザスカ？
もちろんデータの閲覧をはじめとしてここではあくまでも1プレイヤーよ。
何か隠しているようなのは気づいていたけど。
私はただのプログラマーよ。だけど GGO で殺人なんて。まさかいたずらにしては手が込みすぎて。ナーブギアなんて。
状況がわからなさすぎる。クレハ君も。
Yeah. Well, what about you, Zeliska?
私には調査の義務があるもの。もちろん上にこれは誰にも言わないでほしいんだけど。ですが、もしくは協力者がザスカーにいる可能性が高い。
Again, the writing of this game betrays itself. Honestly, if they had did this game when the anime aired, it probably would have been a little bit more convincing. But since Phantom Bullet came out way before this game ever existed, yeah.
ザ・シードはとてもだからこそデスガンがもリアルの住所を知ってできるだけ証拠を集めてからと思ったのだけど。そうね、デスガンの正体がわからん。私も焦ってしまって、デスガンの誘導に乗った潜入捜査のつもりで。ダメね。自分以外のものを守ろう。あなたのせいよ。まさか私に自分より大切なものができるなんて思ってもみなかったわ。
The sad part, though, like, if this game was canonical, I honestly feel like I probably chose the canon ending. Because let's be real, that's how it usually goes in the SAO verse, is that an innocent player winds up dying.
でもそれを後悔する気は全くないけどね。
It's okay. I'll make sure you make it home.
最後に謝っておくわ。あなたには折を見て話そうと思っていたけど、
What are you
関係が変わってしまうかもしれないのが嫌だったの。
What are you, nuts? Being friends with a game dev? I'll be honest, that's actually a IRL dream of mine. Like, not fooling. I actually thought it would be cool to play with the dev of a video game.
さあ、あなたと二人で話す。
セリスカ、任せろ。
Anyways,
頑張るわ。もっとやりますわ。どうってことありません。
there we go.
ちょっと待って。私一人で戦うってだから。
Yeah, shut up.
敵のクレハちゃん一人で勝てる相手では分かってる。でも最初に脅迫。今はでもあの時これでだからせめて責任は取らす。責任というのは
Yeah.
あなたたちは
素晴らしい責任感だね。
安心しなさい、いつき。
まあ言ったな。
皆さんお待ちください。私が突撃します。相手はかなりの強敵よ。悪い。そうよ。レイちゃんはご主人様をいいえ、私が。マスター、私もそれがいいと思いますわ。
Yeah. typical answer, like we're all going back, but that's not how I would have said it. I would have said, you know what? I do agree. You should go first, Kuriha.
やれやれ。うち。
でもあなたが言うと行くわよ。
Anyways.
サポートする。
最高ですわ。
Those are the buff bullets I was telling you about earlier.
よし。追いつけまい。
There we go. All my buffs are back up. And there it is. The final enemy, known as the GM. Now, I could easily tear this boss to shreds, but that wouldn't be fun, so I'll only do it once he gets stunned. Although at this point I'm kind of wondering if he can even be stunned. Yeah, for bosses sometimes it takes a little... Okay. Oh, never mind, he can be stunned. So his wake point is pretty much where you would think it is. Aim for the chest. Ah! My handgun! Ugh. This could be it. No, don't. You are so special to me. No, Kuriha. You are special to me. I don't care. No! Why am I acting all sad? Why am I acting all sad? And there she goes. Oh well. So now that we're done grieving over her, we still have this thing to fight. What are you talking about? I'm fine, Ray.
こいつは私が引きつけます。
援護する。
ダメです、マスター。回復を優先してください。もう一撃でも食らったら。マスター、嫌です。マスターがいなくなってしまうなんて絶対に嫌です。ここはどこかおかしい。母様にアクセスできません。GGO のメールシステムに反応なし。プレイヤーへのメール送信不可能。完全にネットワークから遮断されているのでしょうか。いえ、さっきはアイテム購入が可能でした。
Yeah, this is a bit of a trippy ending. I'm not going to lie.
アバス、マスターを連れて逃げるんだ。
もう少しで弾切れです。私たちが時間を稼げるうちに。お待ちください、マスター。私だってやってみせます。
So, what is it you can do?
誰か応答願います。
あれは。
アバシさん。ユイ。アバシさん。回線接続しました。
And of course, there's little Yui.
アバシさんたちがいる場所はちょっと待っててね。レイちゃんが GGO からそっちに転送された後をトレースパパ。準備。
待たせたな。今そっちに行く。
And there's the heroes. And yes, for this scene, I decided to have Kirito go in his original look. Because, let's be honest, that's all we know him for. So, basically, I have to take another person into battle. And honestly, while it wouldn't be an SAO finish without the main hero... Sorry, dude, I can't do it. I gotta have my awesome sniper. Let's do it. I gotta have my awesome sniper. And he's knocked down. Ta-da! Sorry you didn't get to fire a single shot, Xenon. It's over, all right.
Master, あれがデスガンだったのでしょうか?
No, that wasn't Death Gun. That was just a normal enemy. Like I said, for all intents and purposes, Kirito already dealt with Death Gun earlier. Which is weird, because at this point, neither him or Xenon should be in the game, because they should be dealing with that other creep. See? Although, that's actually a... Although, I'm not going to lie, that's actually a pretty fast turnaround. I mean, the two quote-unquote Death Guns got arrested, and then he came to help us in the final battle here? That's a bit short of a time span. But hey, SAO has always played fast and loose with its logic. And I like it, if nothing else, because it basically says, yeah, all of your other well-written animes out there with your plots, you're still alright, but sometimes it's nice to have a little fun, you know? Yeah, for those of you that watch anime, yeah, that creeper basically tried to... He basically tried to go after Xenon in the real world, but obviously Kirito dealt with his sorry ass. And I'll be honest, I don't know what happens to the both of them after the Phantom Bullet arc, because we never go back to that unless you watch GGO Alternative, in which case it's a brand new story. Honestly, I'm really hoping for all intents and purposes Kyoji died. He really was such a jerk in the anime.
俺はそれを知らせにログインしたら、ユイからアバシスが消え、君たちとも連絡が取れなかった。
それは僕から説明した方がいいだろうね。どうせすぐにバレてしまうだろうし。
Oh, what's this? You can't see his eyes, but you see him close up? Oh no, that could only mean one thing.
ここはデスゲームエリア。GGO とは似て非なるクレハはリーダーを守って死んだ。
死んだ？
ああ。リーダーたちはデスガンに仲間の命を奪うと脅されて、そのナーブギアには仕掛けがあってさ。詳しくはパイソン君に聞いてくれ。僕はプログラムは詳しく言ったことなかったかな。僕は魔王、まあクレハとツェリスカが来たのは誤算だけど、君は僕と君の絆を。だけど君は僕を許さないだろう。僕は君を。だから僕は魔王奇跡を見せて。
And he brings that enemy back out.
君たちが本当にナーブギアを装着しているなら、いつきの言う通り、ここは真の戦場だ。
Why am I still wielding a... Why am I still wielding my handgun? Oh, wait.
重大違反を確認。GM 権限を停止します。
何のエラーだ。パイソン、応答しろ。
間もなく 本システムは全機能を緊急停止します。
Well, looks like he's basically getting DOS
ログ
boot.
アウトしてください。
プログラムにまで造反されるとはね。
まもなく本システムは全機能を緊急停止します。プレイヤーの皆さんはログアウトしてください。
しまった。みんなログアウトするまで油断するな。必ず返せ。
嫌だな。意味のない人殺しをする趣味はないよ。
So it's just me and him,
や
huh?
っと二人きりになれた。でももうすぐお別れだ。また会いに行くよ。そこが仮想か現実かそれはわからないけど。
Yeah. He's only half right
もし
about
君
that.
がこの世界の意味を追い続けるのであれば、芽吹いた先にその答えがあるかもしれない。
Yeah, he's only half right about that because, after all, because I do like to usually do it in a game, I'm going to get the true ending. Thing is, I'm not going to do it on this stream because that would take way too long. I don't want to do the method that I did earlier.
前に言っていた政府関連の知り合い、機構官でクレハは自宅眠るように。
デスゲームエリアを作ったのはパイソン。
ああ、ゼリスカはもう知っているか。
ええ、ザスカーは今大騒ぎです。社員がザ・シード、実はデスガンの、まさか自分の上司がデスガンの手先パイソンだったなんて。
Again, do not read too much into this because they basically solved that whole thing within the one arc from the anime. And after that, honestly, it's just... It's like I said, the first season of SAO was good, but honestly, after that, Alfheim honestly was a drag. And then after Phantom Bullet, Alfheim Part 2 was an even bigger drag. And don't even get me started on Alicization. I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm pretty sure that one's going to be a bit of a watch.
パイソンはザスカーの社員なんだ。
In other words, what I'm saying is, basically don't read too much into what they're saying. They're just characters of this game, nothing more.
月に手を貸し、気に入らないプレイヤーのアカウント停止などをしていたらしい。警察の取り調べでは、いつきのでも、漢字アルファルドのメンバーたちを調べてみても、誰もリアルのいつきを知ってや、みんな聞いている情報、住んでいる場所。
あの男らしいですね。
それと、君ゼリスカのものだけが偽物だった。アミスフィアの外観を偽装したものだったってさ。
なぜ？
研究施設から盗まれたのは誰に偽物を送るかについては特に意図されていなかった。パイソンが預かった包みは3つ。それを指定された住所に送っただけだと言っていたそう。
ひどいペテンね。いつきは安全なところで私たちの戦いを見ていたというわけ？
正解はいつきに聞かないとわからないな。ごく前、おそらくいつきには現実世界でも俺からの報告は以上だ。君が落ち着いたら展望台に来てそこで待っている。
So yeah, this ending isn't fully done yet.
もうまだ私にはあそこのドアからこういうことにはあなたは
I actually can't lie about this one. Yeah, I don't really have an answer yet for her.
こっちこそごめんなさい。幼なじみを失ったあなたが一番傷ついているのに、ただ私はあなたは自分の力で自分の道をそして私は GGO に残る。
See, honestly, that's why I say a bit better that this honestly feels like the more canon ending, if only because Kuriha would just still be Kuriha.
本当に来て、いや、俺の時は当分誰とも話す。でも俺はいわゆる SAO サバイバーなんだよ。その中でも 攻略組って呼ばれ仲間を失ったこともある。
Yeah, and then he's basically telling us his backstory. So you're that hero, the Black Swordsman?
あのデスゲームをクリアできたのはみんなの力だ。俺を英雄と呼ぶ人もいるけれど、ソードアートオンラインでも他のゲームでもデスガン事件でも俺は自分の無力さを
And again, keep this in mind. Everybody really does not like Kirito for the whole Mary Sue reason or whatever it is in the anime. But all I'm just going to say is it's honestly just wish fulfillment. And despite what a lot of people will tell you, yeah, I guarantee you sometimes if people was handed ultimate power in some games, they really would not hesitate to use it.
だけどアスナたちが支えてくれた。みんなと出会って今こうして生きていられる。だから決して同情とかじゃなくって、君のおせっかいだったら悪い。でも聞き役くらいはできるつもりだよ。
And as far as the explanation about that voice that we heard,
その言葉、VR 空間に過去のすべてが記憶されているという噂は本当なのか?
basically it's related to the guy that created the initial SAO. I believe his name was Akiyama or something like that. I forgot what his name was,
君が
honestly.
聞いた声はもしかして
Yeah, here it is. Akihiko
茅場明彦の
Kayaba.
ものかもしれない。そういえば知っているかい？茅場は脳を焼き切るほどの高出力スキャンで自分の精神のデジタル化を試みた。成功例のない話だけど、ネットワークのデスガンの犯人シンカー兄弟のうちシノンはここで最強の存在だと俺の勝手な憶測だけど、おそらく樹もね。今思い返せばだけど、彼らは現実世界よりおそらく現実世界に失望していたんだろうね。
Yeah. I won't lie, to some degree, that actually is a little bit of an interesting way to spin it. Don't read too much into it. I mean, it's just the plot writing. But if there is something you should take from this, I will say, yeah, for all intents and purposes, keep certain things in games. Don't be like those idiots that you see on YouTube that make those videos trying to be something in real life.
どちらの世界でもなんかわからないことばかりだな。君を大切に思う奴はいっぱいいる。もちろん。
At any rate, after that,
皆さんがこんなにマスターのことを全く説明になっていないけど、あえて解説するのも野暮ね。
yep, all of our friends are here. The thing that makes this funny is that there's none of the Gale. The thing that makes this funny is there's none of the GGO alternative characters here, or even the DLC characters. Yet another example of this ending would have benefited better if it was written with the DLC in mind. But then again, maybe that's a good thing GGO is alternative is kept separate from the normal anime. And that is the end of that. Next time, I will do another stream. So, yeah, I guess you could say next episode of Fatal Bullet, I go in for the true ending. Until then, see you guys later, and have a nice day.